How's it going, everyone? Jiivita here with another Let's Play episode. I'm here on Vita Loca, and I did a little bit of farming, or not really a little bit, quite a bit actually. I got a whole bunch of wood, and then I also got another round of rock, so to speak. And this time I got, I think I did 2 or 3 trips, but I had more dexterity because I leveled up a couple times. It was just, I guess, able to get more for the number of food buffs that I was actually eating. So ended up having to make like another 25 crafting tables just to use all the rock. But as you can see here, if you missed maybe last episode, the first load of rock got me up to 22, and naturally the second load isn't going to get me quite as many levels just because each level takes more experience now, but it's also a lot more rock. We also have 20 unspent skill points. I'm not really sure I'm going to bother spending them, but I did go ahead and pick up a bunch of zeal just to make my food buff, the next one that I eat, last a little bit longer. And I guess I could go ahead and get the attribute bonus to max out the zeal, so I guess I'll spend that much. But let's hop out here and see just how much I get. So I had to put down those crafting tables right there, but there we go. So it's 276,000 up to 422,000. So here, did it already get the experience from? Yeah, got a little bit more from there. And well, that's strange. Huh. So it's not saying I really got any more from these tables. I mean, I guess I could have logged in or came in and got both the ones over there and this. But then why didn't I automatic? I don't know. So at any rate, that leveled us up. Let's see how many. We got 8 cleanse points. So we leveled up 8 times. So that's pretty darn good. We're up to 31 skill points, and very nice, right at level 30, sort of, you know, 35-40% to the 31. So let's return to Sanctum so I can preserve, what did it say, like 14 minutes left on the buff or something like that. I don't know. Should be enough for another, 13 minutes, 16 seconds. Should be enough for at least another round or 2 of getting some rock. Let's swap over. So I have some plans. I'm hoping maybe we'll get to building a little bit on our shop. And like I said, I got a whole bunch of wood. I just kind of can't remember really where I went. Maybe it was alder or something like that, but I found a bunch of decently sized trees, used a regeneration bomb, an AoE axe, and just went to town. And so now I have apparently 2 smart stacks and change of refined lustrous wood. And this was this dark mustard. So I think the other one, the color that's native to this plant, is like oxide mustard or something, and it's just kind of washed out. I mean, I think that's the color right there, and I don't know, I just wasn't real happy with it. I'm not saying I'm overly in love with this color, but it is better. So we can continue. I think that's maybe all of the timber that I've already crafted. Go ahead and repair that. And let's see here. Okay, yeah, so I still have some trunks there. I think it even overflowed, over to here. So we could make quite a bit more of this if we needed to. And actually, let's see here. I think we just... Oh, I guess we didn't level up? I don't know. We came in and got some achievements, so I was kind of assuming that meant this character leveled up. I'm wondering, I may not even have the skills for decorative wood. I don't think so. That was a decorative wicker. I suppose I could make some, that's an interesting idea. Make some poles or beams. I have lots of like competing ideas. Like there's one I would really like to do is kind of like make some large-ish pillars, but then in the middle kind of have them like shatter apart and have like gleam in the shattered part or something. But in order to do that, I would definitely need the precise chisel skill, which I don't have yet. I guess I could temporarily pick it up. But the problem that I see with that is I think I'd have to make the pillars so large to be able to have enough blocks to work with to get the level of detail that I'm envisioning that I don't think it's going to be practical. So it might be interesting to kind of play around with, but I'm not sure how viable it's really going to be. But I have some kind of a backup, so kind of the same kind of big pillar, but then work in some iron, and that will help quite a bit as far as like prestige and getting up to, was it, I think 10,000 that we need to actually get some footfall. So let's see, I know I picked up, here we go, some silver by accident. So so I went, let's see here, I spent a few more points and got some atmospheric protection to be able to go to Bez of Verona, because if you go there you can get lots of fossils and silver ore. Looks like I'm gonna need some more peat, and so that's where I went to get the rock, which got me a lot of ore. I guess not very much copper ore, but I got a decent amount of silver, gold, titanium. Guess that could be the other thing, maybe work on getting some silver alloy underway. And quite a bit of coal as well. I'm going to try to save all of this coal for compacting whenever we get around to actually getting compactor coils. And so yeah. And I think actually our spark generators are just about empty. Let's see here. So yeah, let's grab some more compacted peat. We have plenty. I'm not sure I want to put any more fuel into my spark generators because we're eventually gonna be moving. So you're about 150 in each. That seems reasonable-ish. So there's 150. Oh, I guess I didn't get enough out. Okay, close enough. That's 270. Why am I... It's like... I think it was trying to activate the creature instead of the furnace. Okay, 185, 92,000 heat. That should be enough. Let's pull this out, and I've already gotten a little bit of this started compacting, like maybe one order. But oh yeah, compactor. I was like, well, that didn't look right. That's the refinery. Here we go, compactor. So yeah, I got 50 compacted so far. Let's go ahead and dump that in there and go over to able to craft. Ooh, so I guess I do need to put. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think back in the olden days, you didn't need spark to compact metal, but apparently now you do. So that's gonna slow me down a little bit. I guess I could. Let's see here. Not sure how much I actually want to put in here. Go ahead and split this up, and it'll go in at least a little bit faster. Anyway, don't have to like kill ourselves to make it perfectly even or anything like that. But let's see here. At least get this compacted iron, and so does that mean refining is also going to cause spark? Actually, no, it doesn't. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. that refining doesn't cost bark. That's kind of strange. You'd think like, okay, after compacting, if that used bark, then the rest of it would use bark. Not that I'm exactly complaining, because it allows me to at least get a little bit of this on the way, but still kind of vaguely interesting. Okay, so now that we got that all underway, oh yeah, it's the Voyager. Let's see here. It's kind of looking at that as like, is that the floating ring thing that's over by New Ladens? But no New Ladens over in that direction. So, I don't know. Let's see here. So, trying to think. I mean, I guess I've been kind of wanting to make maybe a changing chisel, but I don't think I'm really gonna be using it just yet. I was originally thinking of using a changing chisel on this color of wood to turn it maybe over to lustrous, but now that I have this other new color, I'm kind of thinking like, I don't know, not necessarily. So let's switch over to Dulce Vita, maybe pick up some of that refined wood and head over to New Leyden. Okay, so grab some of that. Here, oh, that's just regular timber. I guess we could use some regular timber as well, but kind of want to hit that 10,000 mark on prestige as quickly as possible. And that's something else I thought of. I could take some of these colors that I don't really care that much for and like bury them underneath the ground or something just to help with prestige, because we don't have a whole lot of fancy blocks, but we do have a lot of blocks to actually work with. But I think we have some chisels already over there. So are they still in the work? Okay, yeah. So yeah, we grabbed out. Doesn't hurt to have some extra chisels, I suppose. I wonder what I was making sparkling for. Interesting. Okay, so we have a totem. Oh, some basic tools would probably be a good idea for building. Don't need fancy stuff just to be able to tear out a few things. Okay, I think that'll be good. So let's hop over to New Leyden. Let's see here. What? Hi, Dulce Vita, message me when you're on stuff in storage is yours? What? Discord Savior. I recognize that name. Small story for this build, laugh out loud. Small story? What? Stuff in storage is... What? Well, we got coils, bombs, a forged chisel. It's probably speed and strength brews, a mailbox, coal. Looks like maybe teaching pies. And why is he wanting to give me this stuff? That kind of, I don't know, like contaminates the Let's Play a little bit. Just getting like free handouts. I mean, it's kind of cool he wants to give me that stuff, but at the same time, it's like I'm trying to like eke out a living here, and I don't know. That's interesting. I'll have to message him and kind of see what's going on with all of that. But let's see here. So our shop plot is somewhere over here. Oh, it must be this one. Let's see here. Taken Dulce Vita. Very nice. Okay, so as far as I remember, basically the main rule is it has to be kind of little thingies, kind of like what you already see here, and not very much taller. So we can't make like a skyscraper, and it needs to be kind of not necessarily covered, but you know, this kind of covered little shop area. So let's see here. Let's put We do that and put the chisel over here. Okay. I was kind of thinking like a fairly large pillar, and then maybe some supporting pillars off to the side. And my kind of thoughts here was do something along the lines of that, so it's just a little bit kind of rounded. There, that looks pretty good. And it would be really cool if I could, like, maybe even just the next layer have it shattered and have, like, gleam on the inside and things like that. But yeah, like I've already said, I need definitely bare minimum the chisel skills, and I think the pillar would have to be a lot heftier to be able to have enough detail. But I was kind of thinking for the iron is to kind of put it in between the supporting pillars here. And I guess you'd... that'd be kind of interesting. Ooh, okay. So, I mean, if I just put a block of iron there, then it doesn't really line up nicely. So I could chisel it back to a half block, which that might not be too bad. The other thing I could do is something like that, so we have iron right there, so it looks like it's a full block. And do the same for the pillar. So, yeah, I think I kind of like that. That way, the supporting pillars are more in line with these big pillars. So, and then of course that's going to be iron. Let's see here, where? Yeah, let's put it there. Or how about there? So I guess the question is, you know, just a one block gap. I guess let's play around here. Yeah, that's a little too far. Oops. Okay. I guess the next question is how high, and then what to do with the middle portion. So I'm not really convinced I want to have it completely covered, but maybe some pillars running across, or beams, or whatever you want to call them. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. I think we're maybe level with that. Oh yeah, they added the slight delay for repeating block placement. I guess I could turn that off, but I don't know. It works well enough. So I think maybe these could be a little bit shorter. Oh yeah, that doesn't reach all the way down there, so it's okay. When we go down there, it'll be easy enough to fix. So okay, yeah, so we could do to have like the corners kind of stick up a little bit, and then do the beams. That's strange. I can reach... Oh yeah, that's right. I'm like one block lower. Okay, so we can do Another supporting pillar there. And I guess, let's see here. Yeah, I think this is going to end up getting chiseled as well. I think it needs to be 2 blocks thick. Uh-oh. Maybe? Well, okay. I think we got all of that. Let's see here. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and fill this in. That looks a little strange. Once we chisel it, it'll look better. Okay, so we almost got the frame laid out. Whoops. No! Oh well. Guess there's no reason why we can't do it from down here. Okay. There. But yeah, that's not supposed to be there. And why is that there? Guess I thought I was putting it next to that one, and there. Okay, chisel. Definitely want to make that a half block. And I guess it would have been kind of smart to grab some, or make some stone chisels. Just because they're a little bit cheaper, but I don't know. I like iron bevel chisels. Okay, so that's gonna get chiseled, so... Ooh. And if I get around to getting the precise chisel skill along with some precise chisels, I could make the top of that kind of pointed in some way. I don't know. Might also be a good place to put a little bit of gleam. Let's see. Oh, here we go. And that's not filled in for whatever reason. It's kind of interesting. That's not plotted right there. Oh, okay. I was reading somewhere that I guess there was a forest here, so at least for the shops, it was recommended to plot up like 3 or 4 plots or something like that, or maybe 2 or 3. I just kind of assumed that the roads would be the same situation. So apparently we're missing a block there. Okay, I think that's going to... I don't know, it almost looks like now that maybe there needs to be a bigger gap. I don't know, I guess we'll have to play around with that. We just not have... I guess that's working. Almost feeling like I needed a little bit more control to reach that a little bit more comfortably. It'd be nice if I could kind of get it from that angle, but apparently that's not going to work. Oh, and we like completely forgot to put the supporting pillars on this one. Let's see, I guess we can go ahead, play around. Ooh, that's only... Need to put another layer of blocks there too. So yeah, let's do the same over here. Whoa, wrong button. It's kind of one of the nice things about sedimentary brick, and well, I guess it's... I think the refined sedimentary does have rotation, but then like almost everything else sedimentary doesn't have rotation, so... It's a little bit of a shame that you don't have that extra option, but then at the same time it's really nice because then you don't have to worry about, you know, getting it oriented the right way. Unless, of course, you're using refine. That does have rotation. Oh, did we... I guess we already... Did we? Apparently so. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's like I thought it wasn't chiseled because this is already chiseled up here. My bad. And I guess if we're gonna do pillars across here, I mean, we could do like a simple cross, or I don't know, that seems a little bit boring. So if we did like I don't know, almost like a waffle weave or something that's not like perfectly centered or anything like that. I don't know. We'll get there. Let's see here. Guess we can salute. Okay, so that... I don't know. That actually doesn't look like bad or anything. But is it better than the other one? I'm talking about the spacing, if you have no clue what I'm talking about. It's like, they may not know what I'm rambling on about. Let's see here. So... Yeah, I don't think that's bad, but then it almost begs to like be left open to walk through. But at the same time, I don't think it would look bad even if it was plugged up with iron. Yeah, just something about the scale. Like you have this big huge pillar right here, there's a like little tiny gap, and then it's like, wouldn't that be spaced out more? So yeah, I think we'll end up doing that. Ooh, I don't know, that's really gonna complicate the iron. I was kind of thinking, it's like, ooh, we could figure out a creative way of chiseling this. I mean, because we have this kind of rounded pillar here, but then square things off to the side. I mean, we do have 2 blocks to work with, but I'm not even sure how that's... So yeah, we'd have to do something weird like that. I guess we could go ahead and do... Ooh, we could do that, like 4 blocks. Whoops. But then that's really going to complicate the iron. Whoops, completely messed up on that one. But you get the general idea. But then it's like how... Wow, I guess I'm just gonna have to switch this, because I usually have like the tools over here and building blocks over here, and I'm just like, for some reason, decide to try to switch it, and it's not working for me. But there we go. Because yeah, now how do we? I guess. How am I thinking of doing the iron? I was kind of thinking making like bars. So do something kind of like... Well, okay, I need a square chisel, but... I don't know, I guess... Yeah, that doesn't look horrible either. Yeah, I was kind of thinking like just square bars going across there. But that doesn't really leave any kind of great way to marry it to this, unless... I mean, that's gonna make it a lot wider than I was intended, but just do flat out half slabs like this. Oh, Jiivita, check out a new town we started on Airy called Jamara, something like that. You can get there from Portal Seeker at Fanana, lower level. Okay. Let's see our new town. Might be interesting. Let's see here. Where is he? Can't be too far. So for some reason I can't whisper him. I don't know if this is a new bug or maybe I need to delete my chunk cache. Kind of annoying. Let's see here. Can we just do... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess we can switch back. Let's see. Okay, so I could do... That is really thick, though. But it would work. I don't know. Okay. I don't think I'm going to end up doing that, but it was an interesting little experiment, I suppose. Okay, I guess we'll just have the rounded for the big ones, square for the smaller ones, and just kind of call it good at that. I mean, I guess we could play around with a slope chisel. I always kind of forget about slope chisels. Since they added bevel chisels, it's like... I don't know, I was like, once you go bevel, you never go back, or something corny like that. But then again, you can make some pretty cool things with the slope chisel. It's just they end up being a lot bigger than they otherwise would be if you try to make it with a bevel chisel. So yeah, what would be cool is to have some kind of maybe lattice up here, waffle weave, whatever you want to call it, and then like work some leaves into it. However, the problem with using leaves is that's actually going to hurt our prestige, and at least for the moment, we're kind of trying to get it as high as possible. And I don't think this refined wood, I mean, it's not anything to sneeze at, but it's not... Okay, well, we are up to 8,800, so maybe by the time I get finished filling in all the wood, we might actually be pretty darn close, if not over the 10,000. So, not too shabby. I was kind of thinking that's one of my motivations for using the iron, because like each one of those was worth like somewhere in the ballpark of 50 or something like that. And so that would really help boost our prestige up, but it looks like we won't even necessarily need it, other than I think it would look cool. But yeah, some wood, some iron. If we have enough prestige to splurge on leaves, that would be cool too. And kinda, I don't know, I guess we'll have the wood, the iron. Kinda seems like maybe a... Well, we do have this brick for the floor. And maybe some gleam for some lighting here and there. They do ask that you don't use just a whole lot of gleam or LEDs. Just more of like accents, which is perfectly fine with me. I kind of have the opinion of gleam is like an accent material, not a building material. It's for decoration, not to build your entire build out of it. But that's just my personal view. And but seeing just one too many just buildings made out of nothing but gleam. It's like, gleam is awesome, gleam is cool, but there's plenty of other cool blocks out there. You don't have to use nothing but gleam to... But again, that's just my 2 cents, I suppose. Nice, novice sculptor. Ooh, got quite a few boxes. 760 coin too. Not too shabby. Okay. I think, oh, no. We're almost done chiseling. Okay, so looks like we got everything kind of chiseled to at least what we were kind of thinking originally. So kind of fill in some iron here, have this open for coming and going. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty good. Let's see here. So as far as cross beams, we could follow along with these minor pillars. And we'll have to kind of rip that block out to basically unchisel it and make it all work, but okay, so, I guess that works. It's kind of cool to do something a little bit to make it a bit more interesting. Yeah. Kind of thinking like, well, what if we did it kind of like a rounded beam, but if we want it centered on that, that's really not going to work. Yeah, it's like, it's just like a little too much. So let's get rid of that. I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be centered on the smaller beams. It just kind of seemed to make sense to do it that way. Have it slightly offset. I didn't really want to do it like this, but it's, if I want them to be thicker like that, I think it's going to be what makes the most sense. Yeah, I guess we could have like a really thick cross beam sort of thing and then fill in with the smaller beams, kind of like we did with the supporting pillars. Yeah, that might be the way to do it. Then we could have like leaves and things kind of like vining down from these. Might be kind of interesting. Alright, well, I think that kind of works. It's a little bit tighter than I was originally envisioning, but, you know, stuff happens, I suppose. We'll need precise chisels and skills to be able to make that come together nicely. But I guess for the time being, that's really the best I can hope for. Ooh, that might be, I don't know. Kind of thinking like for the joints, could maybe work in some iron, like, you know, it's riveted together or something like that. Seems a little weird. Why did I do that? Oh, I guess maybe I had already done this one, and then I added that or something. Ooh, maybe even have some iron, like, we're just gonna have to break down and get the precise chisels, the skill in the chisels, because I'm just thinking of too many things that require it, but could have like a, not necessarily a chandelier, but some chiseled iron, just kind of maybe right there in the center, something like that. Give it a little bit more personality. Ooh, or even do some gleam. Okay. So, not half bad, I don't think. I mean, considering what, we've been at this for 48 minutes, some of that's gonna get chopped out. I think some of the, just kind of the boring walking in a straight line chiseling is most likely gonna get cut out, but was kinda, I don't know, that's... Wasn't thinking of doing quite this tight of a waffle weave, but I think it works. So, ooh, You know, something that would give this a little bit more texture would to these smaller beams. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty nice. I was just thinking, it's like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if I could slope it into that, but I wasn't sure it was actually going to work. Oh, apparently missed this one. I can remember where I put my axe. Ah, yeah, that's how it works, because duh, that's, yeah. It's already chiseled to, or it's joining into a half block. I don't know. The explanation in my head was so much better than that, but, you know, the act of actually trying to express it is just like, yeah. So yeah, like a chunk of, or a block of machined iron might look kind of interesting right there. Like you got all these beams coming together and they're riveted together, or, you know, yeah. At least, you know, ideas, options. Okay. I think maybe, surely there's something we missed somewhere, but I think that is pretty close. I mean, it gives it a little bit more texture instead of it all being at the same level. Kind of highlights that these are kind of rounded and bigger, kind of hanging down a little bit more. I think I like that. Okay, so I think that's probably gonna wrap it up for this episode. I mean, I'm already up to like 52 minutes, and yeah, I like to keep these more around 30, maybe 40 minutes every once in a while. Certainly some of this will get chopped out. The next thing I think we need to work on is maybe some lighting, which means we're gonna need to hunt down some gleam. So this color is... not that I have to use this color, but it seems to be a fairly nice color. Pale sepia. I can look at the color spreadsheet and figure out what planet that actually comes from. And I guess we'll need to go hunt down some shop stands at some point. Let's see how... Ooh, very nice. We are up to just over 10,000 prestige. We even have an extra 500, so if we add some leaves, we won't just like immediately dip below that 10,000. But that will allow this beacon to start earning footfall, which... I don't know, since I don't actually own the beacon just yet, it's not going to be giving me any footfall, but eventually I'll gain ownership of this. But, so yeah, need some shop stands, some sort of lighting, and then we'll be pretty good. So, actually be able to set up and try to sell some things, but, anyway, I guess, like I said, this will wrap up this episode. Kind of a building / crafting focused episode, so I don't know. Something I haven't quite done just yet, but anyway, this was Jiivita. Thanks for watching. If you like this episode, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more like this, and if there's anything you didn't like, please let me know down below. Also, if you like my channel, want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Until next time, peace.